On this episode of the Encore Radio Show, we had Cleveland's own Atari Jones on the line. Be sure to follow Atari Jones on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Atari_Jones. That's ATARI_JONENS. On this episode, we had a lot to talk about regarding his career, the experiences he's had thus far, and of course, mad random, but his top 3 Netflix movies. Be sure to follow the Encore Radio Show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Encore Radio Show. And stay locked.
Yo, my name is Atari Jones, and you tuned into the Encore Radio Show.
The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of...
I don't know nothing about nothing, they think that cause I'm young. Fuck out my face, ho, you know I ain't never been dumb. No. Feel me? Ain't everything, but it is at the same time. But it really is. Fuck, I'm running up. Moshing in the club. Left out.
All right, so yo, Atari, man, thanks for coming on to the Encore Radio Show. I actually really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
So, man, sorry. So you from Cleveland? So you're from Shaker Heights, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Shaker Heights.
All right. So what is Shaker Heights like? Like, I mean, I'm from Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn is Brooklyn. I mean, I don't know how else I could describe it, whatever. But like, I guess in terms of proximity to city or like type of school or programs, like y'all got whatever. What is Shaker Heights like?
Man, Shaker Heights is full of a bunch of creative people, but it's got a lot of like sexy women too.
Wavy.
Yeah, definitely. But no, it's cool. School systems are cool too. So
that's what's up. All right, so like you're a different style of artist. You like I was reading somewhere that you realized that Cleveland has like a particular sound, and you really wanted to create a sound that was more so just you, that describes you. So what, like, explain to people what that sound is and what that sound sounds like.
Man, so I've just been giving it like its own genre and calling it indie stoner raps.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of that genre's been in there in the game since like the 90s, but it really got pushed under the rug, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just been kind of like bringing that with my own flavor back, you know what I'm saying? That kind of vibe.
Yo, real quick, how like when were you born? Like what year?
93.
You were born 93. So most people your age, not necessarily looking back, in the past for like genres and stuff like that, whatever. Most of them are kind of like moving forward and moving with the wave. And obviously, we just said that you are different. So what made you kind of cling to that particular genre, a genre that essentially had faded away?
I don't know, man. I feel like I just made it my own type of style. Like, because people were telling me, like, before I knew about indie stoner raps from the 90s, I was calling it that. Just off the strength of like what I felt it was and what type of people it reached at. What type of mood and eclectic it fit.
So when you describe it like that, like what type of beats are you looking for? Like if you could describe it in words.
Man, honestly, I go on any type of beats, but it's like a more mellow, relaxed type of feel, I guess.
Yeah, okay. So Brandon seems to be super important to you. So let's talk about like your style, not just your music style, but your overall presentation.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I honestly just feel like it's original. I feel like a lot of people are like following trends nowadays.
Yeah.
So I feel like just being yourself or being something different will get you that type of, notoriety that people would like to see, or just being yourself is something great,
Yeah. So, if someone never seen you before, right? Like, what would you describe? Like, matter of fact, even better. You're going on stage to perform. What are you wearing?
Man, I would definitely have like a little watch on because I always got to check time, make sure I'm on time and stuff like that. I would have some, I don't know what type of kicks, maybe some low tops, but I've been messing with Clarks recently, so I might have some Clarks on. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. I fuck with Clarks.
Maybe some khakis.
All
And a
right.
sweater too, man. You never go wrong with a sweater.
A sweater on a hot ass stage.
Yeah, why not, bro?
All right. So how many songs into your set do you take the sweater off and give it to one of the beautiful women that you were just talking about?
Ah, man. Probably like 2 songs in, because you're right, it would get like stupid hot.
Dead eyes,
But-
dead eyes.
Maybe like 2 songs in, bro.
I bet. All right. So, I mean, now that you just described, the beautiful women in your area, like,
Yeah, definitely.
it low-key kind of like helps me understand the Women Are Art series that you kind of have going on. So can you
Yeah,
kinda, like,
man, and that kind of just happened out of nowhere. It was just like women I saw like because I've been working with a photographer in my area, and he been like really getting my eye on the different things. So like shout out to Josh. But I was into the photography because it's all visual too. You can't just have music nowadays without the visual.
Yeah.
So it had really came from me just liking like the lighting and the angles and portraying what I liked about the structure of the woman's body. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that came out of ideas I had put together.
That's what's up. All right. So let's talk about this EP that you put out. This was like about a year ago now?
Yeah. Which one? I put out 2, low-key.
So the one I'm talking about is one with PaperToy, the producer from
Clutch. Yeah, because I had put out one with a producer from Toronto too. That one's crazy.
Yo, I gotta find that one. I don't think I saw that one when I went on your SoundCloud.
Yeah, it had like a little premiere with Noisy and stuff.
Oh, maybe. All right. So we can get to that one in a second. But how does someone from Cleveland link up with someone from Australia?
Man, honestly, it was through SoundCloud. He had hit me up and was like, "Yo, I like your steez, your style," and he's like, "We should work." And I was like, "Bet, man." I had like some vocals, and I can go record some vocals, and we could throw ideas back and forth.
So how long did it take for that project to from initial contact on SoundCloud to the day that y'all released it?
I would say probably about a good 5 months, because you want to shop around tracks nowadays and stuff.
Yeah. That's what's up. So, what did you? had you ever met anyone from Australia? Did you know anybody from Australia? Like, was this just a brand new?
No, not before him. Honestly, no, not. I mean, I had listened to like producers from Australia before, but he was like the first one I worked with, which was pretty tight too.
So when it comes down to like especially because of the genre that I guess you've essentially fallen into, how does that make like your beat selection get more deeper in detail? Like you're not obviously picking the beats that's right on the top. You got to really go dive for them.
Man, just from different playlists and like different genres I mess with. So sometimes I'll just be scrolling on YouTube, listening to like a certain year or era of music, and then something will pop up, and I just might click on it by chance, and it'll be something I mess with. But I don't just click on random stuff. It'd have to be something that I vibe with and stuff like that.
Yeah. That EP, how well received do you think it was?
Man, pretty nice. We getting ready to put out like some visuals for it. I know we've been waiting for a second, but that's because I've been just on go, putting out tracks and stuff. Yeah. Working on the Women Are Art series as well. So it's been a nice little year.
So my favorite song on there was In the Dark, which was track number 2 for those who are looking.
Good looks.
No problem. Is the video gonna be for that? Cause that was
for sure. You already know.
Is that like the fan favorite?
In the Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And that one is Say It Isn't So.
Say It Isn't So. Okay. All right, folks. Yeah, definitely. Go on SoundCloud. Atari Jones. If y'all can't spell Atari, like we got fucking problems, man. But yeah, it's AT.
Yeah, it's like an old '80s game.
Yeah, matter of fact, let's get into that right now. So your name. Like, I found out how you got your name, and that shit is actually kind of dope, the story. So tell everybody the story is as how we came to Atari.
Whoa. Wait, first I want to hear what your story is, because
Okay.
you know everybody might, you can't just hear random stories.
I bet. So the story that I heard was that you used to play Indiana Jones on an old school Atari or whatever back in the day, and that, I mean, back in the day, like you old, but yeah, like you used to play Indiana Jones on an Atari, and that's how you got the name Atari Jones.
Nah, that's not it, man.
All right,
Actually,
well,
but that's cool though. That's cool.
All
That's
right, tell me the
actually
story.
pretty slick. So I had a homie, man, that I went to high school with, because I used to go by Young Truth.
Yeah, but
I
did see it on your YouTube page.
Yeah, back in the day. Well, not back in the day, not that old. But my homie, he was like, "Yo, Young Truth sounds cool, but it sounds too like local." Plus, it was already another Young Truth out there too. And he was like, "Man, what about Atari Jones?" And it just stuck from there for real.
That's lit. So, man, all right. So yeah, you should, like, I think both stories are OD lit. So just like, yo, a lot of people at some point in time, like, yeah, my son did that too. Like, it was crazy. Anyway,
Right.
But yeah. So all right. So let's talk about the Toronto EP. What was it called?
It's just Atari Jones with like a times Hudson Alexander.
Hudson Alexander.
It's like so it's like self-titled.
That's I'm dead looking it up right now because I didn't even see it. Oh man, yeah, I definitely gotta. All right, so let's start. So tell me about how you met up with Son or whatever, and I'm just gonna find questions from here.
Man, so I met up with Hudson through like a crazy collective of producers out in Toronto. Shout out to them. They all got the crazy sound out there. But that's how I linked with Hudson, and that's how we came up with the idea of making an EP.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, that OD makes sense because Toronto definitely has a sound I guess like a producer sound that really would fit your sound itself. A lot of
that's what a lot of people have been saying too.
That's OD perfect. Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. So which one came out first? This one or the one with the Australian producer?
Australian producer. And then a lot of people gave me good feedback on that too.
That's what's up. Nah, that's crazy. I mean, and how far, I guess driving wise, is Cleveland from Toronto?
If you drive, it's like 4 hours.
4 hours? Holy shit.
It's not that far if you drive. And if you fly, it's like an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour if we fly from New York. But it's like I think it's 10 hours if we drive, and I drove last September.
Dang.
Yeah, it's the cause we had to drive through like the mountains and shit to get up there. It's kind of crazy.
That's cool if you do like a little road trip.
Nah, son, I'm gonna tell you something crazy. So I did the road trip in September, right, with my homegirl from Cali, and
that's word.
And
that's what's up.
Yeah, as we're driving through, right. We left that night, so it's already like kind of creepy because you're driving through the mountains. There's no people out there like that, whatever. And we see like fucking Trump signs and shit everywhere. We're like, oh shit, this is type crazy.
Right.
So even coming back, like we came back during the day and we could actually see it. Like, yo, all of upstate New York was just like fucking Trump town. It was OD. It was reckless. It was reckless. At that moment, I realized I'm just gonna fly to Toronto from here on out.
Right.
Can't do no wild ass road trips no more. Anyway, moving on from that. You got some merch up right now. I see the merch is pinned on your Twitter profile. So talk to me about.
Oh yeah, that was actually for a release I had just did with Vader, because I know I haven't put out like any music in a second, just because I've been like working and networking with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Doing little pop-ups here and there, but it was like some stuff I was sitting on for a second, and then I had sent it to Vader, and they were trying to do a premiere for it, so we did that, and that's why I dropped the merch for the single.
Dope. Like, how important do you think is merch for indie artists right now?
It's pretty. I feel like it's pretty important, but it's not. Well, I won't say pretty important. I'll say it's kind of important. But if you have a strong like fan base and they listen to your music, man, you'll be straight. But merch is clutch to have as well too.
Yeah. So, again, this is ignorant me having to find out all now and stuff, whatever. But like,
No, you straight.
From a touring perspective, like, what's touring? What is touring like in Cleveland? Have you gone on tours yet?
Not in Cleveland, but I've done New York, Atlanta, Toronto, and then LA.
Yeah. And what was the reception like in the city, or what was your best reception in the cities?
Man, it was always love in like every city. To be honest, it was crazy.
You have any like favorite?
Nah, man, they're all like pretty nice. Delivery service wise, so like herb and stuff, it's pretty crazy in New York though.
You said New York over Cali?
Man, Cali's a given, but it's like New York took me by surprise. I was like, dang, y'all got some crazy stuff out here too.
See, that's OD funny, because I have a lot of friends from Cali. They're like, New York is a big transplant city, so I got a bunch of friends from Cali, and like, oh nah, New York weed trash. So I'm using this now. I'm using this audio now. Like, nah, son, y'all wildin'. My son was out here, and he definitely said New York weed was there too.
Yeah, they got some fire in New York.
See, yeah, all right. So I OD fuck with it now. I appreciate that, because
no, for sure, bro.
Because they be trying to play New York out here in these streets. Like, we don't got that fire shit. Anyway, but yeah. So I like to think that artists should travel a lot, whatever, or as much as they can, because I think the experiences is really what allows them to create in a good way. Especially like, I mean, if you've been in a particular city for mad long, or you grew up there or whatever, like, the experiences that you have are not going to be, not only are the experiences not going to be new to you, but they're also not going to be unique to the area and people who are listening around you. So with you being, going to New York, going to Atlanta, going to LA, right, going to Toronto, how much you think those experiences have added to what you create now?
It adds to a lot, man, just because when you like hit different spots, or when you indulge in like different areas, you get a lot of different culture.
Mm-hmm. That's super
shout out to Migos too, not to be crazy one time, but that album, wow.
Yo, it's crazy. I haven't even had a chance to listen to it yet. I was trying to let everybody else hear it first, and then listen to it on my time.
My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But if it wasn't for my cousin, man, I probably wouldn't have heard that album. So
right.
Shout out. That was crazy though.
So everyone is big on streaming right now. People could definitely hear your music on like iTunes Music, Tidal, and Spotify.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. All right, so folks, definitely go and search for that again. Atari Jones.
Yeah, it's just a job. Bless. Appreciate that.
No doubt. So, let's shout out. Matter of fact, while we're here now, shout out all your social media. People can find you, and definitely your website. Your website's it's pretty dope too.
Oh man, I need to good looks on that too, man. But I need to update that. I need to do a few tweaks on there. But the handles is just at Atari_Jones.
Atari Jones. Cool. Yo, I'm mad about that Atari Indiana Jones story, son. So wait, let's go back for a second. So you don't even have an Atari?
Nah, I've never even played one, bro.
Yo, nah, son. You definitely gotta eBay that shit, son. Real talk. I bought it.
I heard it's crazy. It'd probably be crazy off some edibles or something too. But I've never man, Detroit got the crazy edibles. My bad. I don't know if he was trying to in the seg, but Detroit got the crazy edibles if you get out there, bro.
Yo, I got a homegirl out here, son. I'm gonna try and get out to Detroit though. That's actually in the works for 2017. But I got a homegirl out here in New York who edibles is fire. Fire, son. Next time you pull up to New York, we gonna link up, and I'm gonna pass you a couple. You let me know what's good.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
But
definitely.
Where y'all gonna travel? Where is your team? You and your team gonna travel this year? What are some stops you got planned?
Man, definitely a few stops in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So we're about to hit a spot there. Maybe 2 or 3 spots and then chill. And then Toronto, of course.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be back around in the States, like LA, New York.
Do you perform at South by, North by Northeast, A3C?
Man, I haven't yet. I've done A3C, but I've done A3C and then BET Award weekend, but I haven't done South by Southwest yet.
Yo, how was BET Award weekend?
Man, it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of people out.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta showed out that weekend for sure.
Don't they always? What explain to people like what that experience was like, whatever. Talk them through it.
Man, honestly, it was chill because like I was trying to like more so network and make sure I got work done, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was partying, but I was working at the same time.
Yeah.
Grinding, you know. Oh, and the shows was crazy too. My bad. I'm being fried. I was just telling y'all about the parties and stuff. But the shows was live too.
So yeah, so I'm big on like smoking and tweet. Obviously, I feel like I'll be saying some OD dope shit. So I grabbed 2 of your tweets, tweets that I would have said or whatever, and I'm gonna read them back to you. Let me know what's good. So, quote: "Our baby is cooked at 98.6 degrees for 9 months." Now this is definitely some shit I would have said if I was high as fuck. But how did you get there?
Man, honestly, that's a quote from like a movie.
What movie?
And I was just like geeked.
What movie?
Man, I couldn't even like say it off the top of my head. It was just like a Netflix movie I picked while I was bored.
Yo,
just watching it.
So we definitely
basically high getting quotes from movies.
Yo, we're definitely gonna get like your Netflix top 3 right now, son, because like you low-key put me onto the movie that you was watching just now, whatever. So we gotta see what's on your to watch list for Netflix. But the second one, and probably the one that I actually personally agree with a lot, is I get road rage from walking behind people. Now,
yeah, that's universal.
I was under the impression that people in Cleveland and shit like drove everywhere. I didn't know y'all actually like walk places and stuff.
Yeah, it's a few places in Cleveland people walk.
See,
yeah, man.
Nah, I lived in North Carolina for a little while for high school and shit, whatever, and like I didn't realize that people that had to have cars and shit. So after I lived there, I was like, oh nah, it must be like everywhere that you go outside of New York, you gotta have a car for everything. That's kind of crazy.
Right. I feel you.
How far is Shaker Heights from I guess like downtown Cleveland? Like if you want to go to a Cavs game, how far is that?
From Shaker, man, that's not that bad. It's like 20 minutes, 25.
Oh, okay. LeBron James, Bron comes back, 2 years pass, and he gets y'all a championship. Like what was it? What was the feeling of the city like when Bron comes back and then when he brings y'all the ship?
Man, the city was going bananas. I can't even describe it, bro. You just had to be there. Like that was crazy. The parade, that was intense.
Mm-hmm.
City was crazy for that championship, bro.
Like how involved are the Cavs or even just the Cavs players in general with the city?
Man, I would say they're pretty involved. I couldn't speak on it too much.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you actually
just
see
from
them
like
out
commercials
there in
I
the
see?
Oh nah, but do you see them out there in the streets though?
Man, some of them, yeah. I see what Richard Jefferson out and about. I was getting like a haircut. He was dapping some peeps up.
Dope. If you had to, pull like the top 3 artists from your city, like who would you say they are? Well, maybe not even the top 3. It might be the wrong term, but 3 artists that you fuck with OD from the city.
From the city, man, you definitely gotta say Chip the Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
He go by like King Chip now though.
Yeah.
Cuddy, and then you gotta say Bone too. That's like my top 3 from the city.
Top 3. All right, cool. So, again, Atari Jones. Make sure y'all follow him. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You on Snapchat too?
Bless me with the follow. I'll follow y'all back because people get like crazy about follow backs.
Deadass.
I got a Snap, but I don't really use it, man. I don't be liking people in my life like that.
All right, cool. Also, we got AtariJones.com. And before we let him get out of here, we definitely gonna ask, what's 3 things we should watch on Netflix?
Ooh, man, I'm watching one right now. It's called Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. It's pretty crazy. Man, dang, what was it called? Skip Trace? It's a Jackie Chan flick because I mess with Jackie Chan. I don't know. Dang, and then another one. I can't even think of one, bro. Might just have to get you two.
But all right, well, yo, make sure you tweet Atari Jones and ask him what's that third one at Atari Jones. Send him a Facebook message or fucking Instagram comment and say, yo, like, what's that third Netflix? 'Cause I mean, yo, if you're the Netflix
bro,
plug, we gonna fuck with you.
If I remember, bro, I'm gonna send that boy to you because those be crazy. I'm telling you.
Appreciate it, boss. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it.
Nah, I appreciate you, fam. Plus.
This is an Indie Creator Network podcast. I did it.